Hello everybody, Megalithic here, and today we're going to be enjoying a $10 million spending spree courtesy of the double money awarded to us by Rockstar for the biker sales missions. Okay, now as usual I shall be heading over to my office, which is where I choose to purchase most of my supercars. Okay, now let's begin. Now, the first car that we shall be buying today will be the Pegasi Tesseract, coming in at $2.8 million, but on sale currently for 1.9. And as usual, I shall be having the car delivered to my Hillcrest residence, and I shall be getting there in the Zentorno. Okay, now here's the Pegasi Tesseract. As we can see, it's coming in, as I say, at $2.8 million, and for that kind of money, I think you'll agree it really is a rather hideous beast now, isn't it? But nevertheless, not to worry, for on this occasion, it simply is to go as part of my Pegasi collection, and so its aesthetic qualities really do not concern me too greatly at this juncture. Okay, now let's take it out and see how it drives, shall we? It's taking rather a long time now, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're out on the street and let's see how she handles. Right, I've got to say, my first impressions, I'm not particularly overawed by the vehicle. Its speed doesn't seem to be that particularly great, and its handling is rather sluggish, if I'm honest with you. Okay, now judging by the rate of speed that the scenery is passing us by, we must be going at a fair old rate, but to be honest, it's very deceptive. I believe it's the silence of the engine which makes the car feel like it's not doing such a great speed. Okay, we're on a straight now. Let's see what happens. Yes, we have picked up some speed here, haven't we? Okay, like I said, the handling's not too... Yes, as I was saying. The handling's not too special, though, to be honest with you. Certainly not for the money that you're paying. It feels rather like you're driving a large barge down the road. Okay, never mind. Well, let's take it into the custom auto shop and see if any modifications improve its drivability. They certainly should do, and here we are. Let's go and find out. Okay, now we've driven the Tesseract into the custom auto shop, as you can see here, and I have decided to speed up the gameplay at this point, because nobody wishes to spend hours and hours watching somebody customize their own vehicle, which does rather beg the question, why are you watching this video at all? But never mind, we'll continue with the modifications to the Tesseract as stated. Okay, now as you can see there are rather a lot of options here, and I shall be going through them at double speed. Okay, now here are the liveries or the liveries, and there are some rather funky ones, I have to say, but I think that for my particular car I shall keep it in a plain paint job, as it is after all to go part of my Pegasi collection, and it'll need to keep somewhat the same as the other vehicles. Okay, I think I will go for a stylish sort of spoiler on the... That's a little too stylish for my liking. There we go, that'll do, I think. Yes, that one. Okie dokie, right then, let's have a look now. Wheel colour, is it? Tyre enhancements, bulletproof tyres. Okay, righty-o. Let's have a look at the colour now. This really is all I've really brought it in for. Now, keeping in mind my other Pegasis are rather colourful, I must keep this in a rather vivid hue to keep it in keeping with the rest of the Pegasi collection. Okay, right, that looks quite shocking, doesn't it? Okay. Right, well, it looks good in quite a few colours. I do find these supercars look best in the brighter colours, though. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the purple. The pink does look quite good, but no, I think the purple is what I shall go with. Put a slight pearlescent tint on there, why not? Okay, right then. Now then, the wheels, adjusting the colour of the wheels, I don't like any of that, to be quite frank with you. That looks rather hideous, doesn't it? No, okay, purple. Yes, why not? Okay, jolly good. Yes. Alright, well, I think that shall cover my Pegasi Tesseract, don't you know? Yes, I'm rather happy with that, I think. Okay, now I'm putting some neon lighting on here, and I've got absolutely no idea why I'm bothering, because this will be the one and only time that this car will leave my office garage. But let's take it out and see what benefits the modifications have provided to the drivability of the vehicle. And here we go. Okay, now the camera cut out there when I crashed my car, and so unfortunately we missed all of the hilarity, but not to mind. Let's go ahead with the test drive anyway and see if the car has had any noticeable improvements. Yes, it does seem to drive... Yes, well, I was about to say it does seem to drive somewhat better, but I'm not entirely sure that's true. Okay, it does seem to be going rather fast. Let's see how it handles this corner. Okay, not a... Right, oh. Rightio, now I've been round that corner dozens of times and I've never ended up in the garden. Okay, so the Pegasi Tesseract, in my opinion, scoring quite low on the old points, I have to say. The silence of the engine really does give the feeling that it isn't travelling at speed, but the car is going like a bullet. And I have to say, its handling is atrocious. Okay, here we go around this corner and... Right, okay, well, it's managed to hold it, to some degree, I suppose. It didn't slam into the fence, but I'm not at all impressed with this vehicle, I have to say. As far as I am concerned, this is an absolute waste of money, and I'm delighted to add it to my Pegasi collection. Okay, now we're back in the office here, and we're going to go ahead and make the second purchase of the day. And for this, I think we'll... Yeah, so why not go to Benny's? I don't believe I've ever brought a car from the good gentleman Benny before, so let's go and see what he has on offer. Okay, he's got a Bochy, he's got a Progen, he's got himself a Nero. Oh, all very interesting cars, and cars that I would quite like to buy. Okay, there's nothing on there that really takes my fancy other than those three, to be quite frank with you, and so I think we'll start... Yes, I think we'll start with the Nero. Why? Oh, no, I don't want it in that colour. Yes, there we go, that's how I want it to look. Jolly good, righty-o. Right, now I'll select my colour and go ahead and... How do I order it? I guess I click that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and send this car to my Hillcrest residence along with all of my other vehicles, and on my way there, unfortunately, I become the victim of an unprovoked attack. Yes, well, that sort of thing can happen, I'm afraid. Okay, now I've come down here in my Adder to pick up my Nero. Both of these cars are basically based on Bugattis, and I must say I do like the Adder, so let's hope that the Nero is at least a worthy counterpart. Okay, now here we go, going into the garage, and there she is. Okay, a rather splendid specimen straight away, I have to say. I do like the look of this vehicle. It is rather mean and serious looking, without the kind of flashy, sort of retro space nonsense that the Tesseract came with. This car looks altogether down to business. Okay, now let's take it out and see how she drives without any modifications. Right-o. Yeah, she does look beautiful, doesn't she? Okay, and as always, my garage taking rather a long time to open. Okay, here we are. Now, as I have said before, I have never purchased a vehicle from the good gentleman named Benny, and so it seems only fitting that I should take my first vehicle down to his custom auto shop to have its modifications completed, and I have finally located its correct position, so why don't we take her out and see how she handles. Okay, now, as I say, this is the True Fader Nero, I believe that's how it's pronounced, although I could be wrong, and we'll see how she handles through the Pinewood Hill corners. And I have to say, very well indeed. Right, okay, that was inevitable. That is my driving, you should understand, and not the car's handling. This car really does grip the road very nicely. It's probably not quite as quick as the Pegasi Tesseract, but frankly, its handling is far superior. Okay, right, now I've just spotted on the mini-map down there, that red blip is the gentleman who killed me before, and I'd rather not have any dealings with him. Oh dear. Unfortunately, I was focusing on his blip and I wasn't looking where I was going. Now I'm shooting at him with a pea shooter, and yes, of course, I'm wasted. Right, and I believe that sound was him blowing up my Nero. Okay, never mind. Well, I'm not going to get drawn into any battles here today. All I really want to do is go ahead and enjoy my spending spree without any complications. Right, okay, that was a proximity mine, wasn't it? My goodness, look what they've done to my suit. They've absolutely ruined it. Okay, I could be coming under attack here. What's going on? It seems to have quietened down. Well, as I say, I'm not going to get drawn into any battles. I'm simply going to call Morse Mutual and have my car repaired.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service? I can do that.
Okay, that's the first phone call out the way. Now all I need to do is to contact my mechanic and ask him to deliver the vehicle. Okay, I've been shot again. Right, that's an entirely different individual who's chosen to shoot me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It is unfortunate, but as I've said, this sort of thing can happen in public lobbies. Okay, here we go on the phone to the mechanic.
One of your rides? Let me know. It's coming at you.
Okay, now I've requested that my mechanic should deliver my vehicle to my destination, and I believe any moment now it will be delivered, and there it is. Okay then, now, it is unfortunate that I have been shot a couple of times, but let's not dwell upon that. Let's just take the car down to the auto shop and see how she drives. Okay, the waypoint's set, and all I really need to do is to follow the sat-nav down to Benny's custom auto shop. Okay, and of course this drive will give me a chance to test out the handling and the speed of this particular vehicle. And I do have to say I am rather taken by it. It is in fact a worthy counterpart to the Adder. In fact, it could be considered superior without any modifications. Yes, it really does hold the road very well, as you can see. I'm having absolutely no problem at all negotiating these corners. Okay, now then, here we are at Benny's auto shop, and let's take her in and have her customized. Okay, now there is a special customization there coming in at nearly or just over $500,000, but I have absolutely no idea what that will do to the car, and I must admit at this point I am somewhat hesitant about having that work committed. But as it turns out, since having purchased this car and before making this video, I have gone ahead and established what that customization was, and I can assure you it really was not worth undertaking. It simply transfers the look of the car to the original, or to the second, I should say, the secondary image displayed on Benny's custom auto page, with a rather hideous spoiler similar to the one that I rejected on the Tesseract. Okay, now then, here we go. We're going through the list of options here, side skirts and such forth. As you can see, there are rather a lot of options for this car, as one may expect. Okay then, now then, here we get on to the only real thing that concerns me, which is the overall aesthetic of the car. And okay, that's not quite right though, is it? It's getting close to her. There we go. That looks rather spiffing, doesn't it? Yes, I must say I do like that. That really is jolly good. Yes, I might well stick with that, but let's try it out the other way, shall we? In white, all white doesn't look good, but let's try white with a blue right. Okay, now I think the other one, there we go. How about that? Yes, I think that's the look I'm going to go for, you know. I really am rather taken with that look, you know. Rather splendid looking vehicle, isn't she? Okay then. Now, as you can see, I'm considering this Nero Custom, but no, as I've already established, I reject that possibility, and I keep the car in this styling. And I must say, I am happy with it. Okay, now all that really needs to remain from this point forward is to return the vehicle to the office garage, and of course, in doing so, giving it a worthy comparison and test run to the unmodified version. And here we go. Okay, now we're on the streets, and let's see what happens with the modifications. Yes, I really have to say this car is an absolute delight to drive. It really is absolutely fantastic. If you're considering purchasing this vehicle, I really couldn't recommend it highly enough. This is an absolute sheer delight to drive. Yes, I really do enjoy it. Okay, now I have just heard an explosion going off, so and there goes another one. I think that this lobby may be a little bit lively, but let's hope that I can get her back before any occurrences should dissuade me from completing my assignment. Okay, right, we're very nearly back now, so there shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's a flaming car, that's a bad sign. Right, here we go, getting her home. Right. Okay. Well, as they say, so near and yet so far. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, well, here we go. Let's phone Moore's Mutual and have the car reclaimed.
Morse Mutual Insurance, how can we help you? Sure.
Okay, now that's been achieved. Simply phone the mechanic again, and with a bit of luck, he'll be able to deliver the vehicle to my location. After all, I'm not going
What
to
you need, boss?
Hillcrest.
Some wheels? I can bring them round. I'll bring it by.
Okay, there we go. Now all that I really need to do is to stand here and look forlorn in the falling rain while I wait for my vehicle to be delivered. And here it is. Okay, jolly good. Rightio. Now, my garage is just over there, so it really shouldn't be a problem to get the car back on this occasion. Right then, in fact, so much so, I think I might just take her out for another little spin. Why not? I'll take her on my usual route, and that'll be a nice comparison to some of the other cars. We'll see if this one ends up in the garden like the Tesseract. I certainly hope not. Okay, now as you can see, not hitting any trees or any cars, which is unusual for me. Okay, here we go with the hard corner, and hasn't handled it too badly considering my driving. Okay, now we're on the long straight down here. We'll see what sort of speed it can pick up if I can actually manage to make it down here without colliding with any vehicles. Okay, yes, as you can tell, it really is going rather fast. Let's see how she handles the hard corner here, and she's span out, but that is probably more as a result of the water on the street and my poor driving than, oh dear. Right, okay, I've been killed once again, haven't I? Right, this really is getting rather irritating. Okay, let's phone Moore's Mutual and get the car reclaimed once again.
Morse Mutual, we're here to help. Okay.
Okay, that's established. Now let's go and phone the mechanic.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Oh, how about that? I'm now being killed so frequently that there's a cooldown timer before I can get my car back. Well, how jolly nice. Come on now, hurry up. Bring my bloody
I'll bring
car.
it to you.
Right, and now I don't know how many times I've been killed so far on this shopping spree. This really isn't what I intended, and should it continue any further, I do fear that I will have to change lobbies, because getting killed 2 or 3 times each vehicle is just going to drag this video out to an extension that I'm really not prepared to live with. Yes, go and the rest of Mr. Policeman, they're causing rather a lot of trouble. Okie dokie. Right here, let's get this car back and in one piece, shall we? Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's get it in, and no. Oh dear, they got me going into the garage, didn't they? Okay, well... that really is rather... Yes, there's my Nero. And there I go. Okay, well, he didn't get me the first time. I don't quite know what happened there, but he got me the second time, and well done, that man. That really was jolly, jolly sporting of you. Okay, now, to be honest with you, I am rather concerned at this point that this video is going to take about 6.5 years to film if I keep getting killed every
Hello?
5 seconds.
This is Morse Mutual Insurance.
Okay.
I think we can handle that.
Right here, there we go. Now I've just got a... Oh, there's going to be a cooldown timer, isn't there? Almost certainly. Okay, so... let's give it a go anyway.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
Oh yes, as I suspected. 20 seconds to wait for my car. Well, this really has become rather irritating, I must admit. But never mind. Oh dear, right, they're coming back for me, aren't they? And there
Okay,
I go.
I got stuff to do.
Right, okay, this... this really isn't acceptable. Now, I have watched a nifty little trick, used the atomizer, and there he goes. And now he's off his bike, I simply run over with a gun and... there we go, shoot him in the face. Okay, well, I did get taken down there, but I do believe that was the law enforcement that actually put an end to me, and not the gentleman himself, so I will consider that a win. Okay, now I can see on my mini-map he's down in that direction. I don't want him coming at me again, so I'll just make sure that he's... yes, okay, I think I'm safe now. Right, okay, I could be wrong. Here's someone. Right, what's going on? Get away with you. Yes. Okay, yes, I really do think that I'm going to have to leave this lobby. It's a shame to have to do that, you know, to run away with one's tail between one's legs, but as I say, on this occasion, I really am not up for engaging in battle. I just wish to simply spend my money. Okay. Well, yes, things do look quite safe, so I'll try risk bringing in the Nero again. Okay, let's phone the mechanic.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. It's on the way.
Okie dokie, right, Johnny on the spot's gonna bring me my vehicle. Jolly good of him, don't you know, but then again, that is what I pay him for. Okay, there we go. Nero delivered. Let's see if we can't just get this back now in one piece to my office garage. I believe this will be the third time that I have attempted it. Okay, and here we go. Right, the streets are wet here, so the handling, of course, isn't at its most optimal, but never mind. Okay, right, that was again entirely my fault. Rightio, never mind. Okie dokie, we'll take it down, round the corner, and into the garage. And here we go. Okay, seem okay, no explosions, are we going to get it in? My goodness, we've actually achieved it, how about that? And without any further incident. Oh, that's jolly good. Okay. And that is the Nero added to the collection. Okay, now you see, I've just realised I've taken it into the wrong garage. I've brought it out to change garages, and yes, I've just been killed by a maniac. Okay then, this sort of thing really is rather upsetting, and I do believe they've gone ahead and blown up my Nero just for good measure, and yes, there it goes. Okay, right then, this really is rather upsetting, isn't it? Okay, on the call to Malls Mutual, get the car repaired. Hold on a minute. I think he's coming for me. Yes, he did. Okay, well, I've got no idea why there's such a kerfuffle occurring in the lobby here today, but it does seem that there are a number of people who are absolutely determined to engage me in combat, and I really can't imagine why. I have done nothing to provoke them, but then again, as I have said, this sort of thing can happen. Okay, I think he's coming for me again, isn't he? There he is. Missed him. Got him. Okay. There we go. Right, well, I have... Yes, I have finally got back here, and I have to admit that I have changed lobbies at this point. It was becoming really rather irritating. Okay, now the Nero has been returned to its garage, and now I'm going to get on the computer and order my next vehicle of the day, and why not? Okay then, after all, this is all legal money that I have earned in legal ways, such as selling cocaine and methamphetamine to the people of Los Santos. Okay, right, now where do I want to go for this vehicle? I don't think I want to go back to the legendary motorsport just yet. I think I'll go and get something, yes, why not go and get something off San Andreas? Okay, what have they got to offer? There must be something here for me. Right then. Now, I do wish to start a Bochy collection. I must admit I have picked up one car already, the Bochy Wagner, and it is almost, without doubt, the best vehicle on the game. But if I'm going to continue with a Bochy collection, I suppose, why not go for the Massacaro, or whatever on earth it's called. Okay, then. Now I think about it, Venice did a Bochy, didn't they? Is that the same vehicle? No, that's the Spectre. Okay, actually, I rather like that one as well, to be perfectly honest with you. Yes, I think I might go for that. Yes, why not? Why not? We're spending money today. Why not buy another $500,000 sports car?
Hi there, this is Bryony from
Okay, now unfortunately I was not able to extricate my partner from its location, and so I've had to return to my garage on foot, which is rather humiliating, but never mind. Okay, and now there is the Bochy Specter. Okay, and my first impressions, I have to be honest, I'm not overly taken with the vehicle. It doesn't look particularly special, does it? Its front there is rather mundane, and the back really is rather gopping, I do have to say so. Yes, I am not at all taken with the styling of this vehicle. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh well, never mind, let's hop inside and see what we can do with it. It could, of course, always just be the colour that's making it look so hideous. I don't know, it's not particularly suiting the vehicle now, is it? Let's hope with a little bit of tinkering it can look somewhat better. Okay, now we're going to take it out and take it for a little test drive, don't you know? And of course, as this is a Benny's vehicle, it does feel only right that we should take it down once again to Benny's custom auto shop to have the modifications completed. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to ignore the business battle there and just take this vehicle down through the city and give it a test. Put it through its paces, so to speak, and see how it feels to drive. Okay, now my first impressions are... Oh my. Yes, well, I really am rather taken by this vehicle. It's fantastic to drive. Its handling is absolutely superb. Oh my, yes. Well, as you can see, even in my most useless hands, this vehicle is easy to control. It's going at a high rate of speed, and yet its handling is sublime. Okay, right then. Well, oh well, yes, I've got to say, okay, unfortunately the video cut out there, but as you can see, the handling of this vehicle is magnificent. I would have to say it may even beat the Nero. Okay then, well, Bochy have done a very good car here, or should I say that Rockstar have programmed Bochy to have done a very good car here. Either way, we're at Benny's now, so let's take it in and see what happens when we modify this vehicle. Okay, open up, Mr. Benny, here I come.
What you looking for?
Okay, now as we can see, there is a custom upgrade there. It's not nearly as expensive as was for the Nero, but I don't think I'll go for it anyway. I think I shall just go ahead as before and upgrade the vehicle with the standard tunables. Okay then, let's have a look now. Right then, there are rather a lot of options, as one would expect on such an expensive car, and I'm only too happy to skip through them all to let you have a quick look at them. Okay then, here we go. Right here. Right, here we go. I had absolutely no idea what that did. Now, that's what I'm looking for. This really is the main focus for me. I have no particular interest in driving this car, of course. I shall only be keeping it as part of my Bochy collection, and as such, its aesthetics are paramount. And so, the paint job really is of primary importance to someone as shallow as me. Okay, let's have a look. Well, I really don't know what to do, to be honest with you. I think perhaps the yellow. What do you think? Oh, you can't answer, can you? Yes, I think I'm going to go with the yellow. Who's kidding who? This video's pre-recorded anyway. I go with the yellow, I can assure you with that. If you want to know, I changed it to a green later down the line, but a dark metallic green. I'm sure you don't care, but now you know. Okay then. Right then. Now, the vehicle has been fully upgraded, so we're going to take it back out onto the street and see how it drives with all of the modifications. Now, I may remind you it was a particularly magnificent drive before, and so all we have to do now is set the waypoint back to the office and see how it drives with these modifications. Okay, let's give it a go. Right, which way am I going now? I mentioned right out that way. Okay, went entirely the wrong way, never mind. Okay, now we're out on the street, let's give it a go and see what happens. Here we go, the first corner. Okay, like a dream. Yes, it really does hold the road very, very well indeed. Yes, it's picking up speed quite nicely. It absolutely has no problem whatsoever. In fact, if anything, it's turning too sharp. Yes, this really is splendid. Okay, well, if you're wondering whether you should buy the Bochy Specter for a price tag of effectively $600,000, the answer is yes, yes you should. It is absolutely fantastic. Okay then, right, that can't be possibly true. Surely I'm in a different lobby now. Surely people aren't trying to blow me up. Okay, well I'm just going to keep on motoring and hope nothing further happens. Maybe that was just a one-off. You never can tell. Okay, now I've managed to get it back to the office and I have to stick it in my garage and here we go. Thank God I got back alive.